Yo, what's the deal, fam? It's your man Ease. Today we're talking about Taj Mahal, Mobb Deep's second single off the upcoming album Infinite, slated to be released on October 10th, 2025 off Massive Pill Records. Before we go any further, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell, all of that. I appreciate you all out there. A little background information. This song is produced by The Alchemist, a frequent collaborator, a member of Mobb Deep, mixed by the legendary Eddie Sancho. Do your homework, ladies and gentlemen. Respect the engineer. And also the A&R coordinator on this particular album, or the record, based on the credits, is Sean C. Sean C. produced Jay-Z's Can't Knock the Hustle, Rock Boys alongside LV, No Hook. Executive produced the album, American Gangster, I Won't Tell, Jay Holiday, who was featured on Fat Joe's record. He got quite a few records, solo and alongside LV. So let's speak about this particular record, Taj Mahal. I'm digging it. This is Mobb Deep. We're going to cut the chase, get right to it. I'm digging this record a lot, man, especially coming off It's the World. Two totally different records, but within the same vein. You know, it doesn't sound like they're chasing a single or anything of that nature. They doing what Mobb Deep does. First thing that jumps out to me, Prodigy's presence. This is why I'm a fan. The hook is money, and if you listen closely, it sounds as though the hook derives from the actual verse. Maybe the producers, Havoc, or the Alchemist on this record, actually decided to do that. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm overthinking the process, but I love how that works, the way it just flows seamlessly. P is in pocket. P has something very few artists don't have to this day, which is internal control. We understand how talented he is. I say he is because his music still lives on. But he never had or needed or yearned to show all of his tricks within a song or an album. He does what is necessary for the actual record. And that continues on this song, Taj Mahal. The production is fire, produced by The Alchemist once again. It sounds like a melodic pop record from like the 50s, 60s, or possibly the 70s. For example, The Carpenters, a group like that. But it's still gritty, but it's still melodic. It plays both sides of the fence perfectly. You know what I'm saying? The drums are very minimal, but they're very effective. What do I mean by that? Punchy kick that comes right at you. I don't even think it's panned off. I don't know if that's a rim shot or a clave that is well-rounded. I don't know. Whatever it is, it works. And if you listen closely towards the tail end of the pattern itself, he's doing a lot of simple things with the or additional things with the snare drum, the rim shot, or the clave that makes it seem like it's much more than it really is. I like how he added the open hi-hat towards the end as well. And there's an effect there that takes up space as an additional texture, but it doesn't make this record sound cluttered. That's masterful in itself. That's how you know you have reached a stage of mastery within your profession where you know when to stop. You ever listen to a record and it's like, yo, you don't put every sound on here, like it's too much going on. The pockets are there. The lanes are evident. Prodigy has his space. Havoc has his space because the production made room for that. This track sounds like something from like 2002, 2003. Like that sounds like it could have been featured on Infamous Mobb's special edition album. That's what it feels like. Got that quintessential Queens feel. I love the record. And if we were going to add anyone, just add Ty Nitty, Twin Gambino, and Godfather. Like, this is Queens right here. Alchemist knocked it out the park, for real. And we have to give a shout out to the engineer on the record, the legendary Eddie Sancho. Didn't overdo it. The record, once again, just like the world, has a mixtape feel, but it's polished. There's a mature sensibility within the mix. You can tell that he has a masterful ear, but yet he still kept it grimy in a sense. And that's 2 tracks back to back. And that's encouraging because sometimes you can listen to an album, you're saying to yourself, yo, some of these mixes sound off. 2 for 2, consistency, both production-wise, mixing-wise, and song-wise. Now let's talk about Havoc. Havoc sounds very comfortable on this track. His flow is natural, the tone is sharp, and you can hear the Queen's lingo within the track. That's more production within itself. He hasn't lost a step. He brings the total opposite to what Prodigy is bringing forth on this particular track, which is perfect. And you can tell that that's intentional, you know? That's production. Even though he's rapping on here as well, he didn't produce the record per se. But production isn't always making the beat itself, right? It's just knowing what is necessary. And I think he showed up in a great way on this track. It's the simple things, how P starts off with 7 p.m. and as the track goes on, it's chronological order in a sense, right? And then Havoc takes it a step further and decides to speak about now it's 2 a.m., right? Simple things, and how we know how things go when you out, right? As the night progresses, there's a huge possibility that negative things could happen. So now he goes back to speak about the temperatures rising, which is another reference, not only to earlier in P's verse, but we're going back 30 years to the infamous album. Temperatures Rising happens to be a track on that album for those who are unaware. So I'm big on intentionality and the why, right? Records are cool, you know what I'm saying, just to listen to, but I like to understand why someone is doing something. And Havoc approached this verse as a producer, not just a rapper. Salute to Havoc. I wouldn't change anything about this record because based on Against the World and what we heard on Taj Mahal, Infinity is headed in the right direction, man. Like, for real. If you play those records back to back, which I did today, I'm totally satisfied with that. And here's the thing, they're not even within 3 songs of each other on the official track list. So that's encouraging, man. Taj Mahal is fire. I can't front, man. And this is a person, you know, I consider myself to be an avid hip hop listener, but I like to tell the truth in a sense, you know, like I like to be honest about what I've heard and what I've experienced. And I like this record a lot. Prodigy hook is what it is. It's fire. It's Prodigy. It's what we come to listen to, right? Alchemist production is fire. Havoc was in pocket, locked in. Eddie Sancho, his ear is impeccable. He's bringing it all together. 2 for 2 on the mixes. This is Mobb Deep energy. When Havoc, P, Alchemist, y'all on to something, man. I can't wait to hear this album in its totality, man. If you haven't done so, go cop some vinyl, CD, pre-order it. The link's out there. Mass Appeal Records, I believe, has everything up there. You can go to Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of different options, man. As fans, we are definitely being spoiled in a sense. And hearing these records lets me know or reminds me that a void is truly missing within hip-hop now that P is no longer here. So if we truly appreciate that or appreciate what he brought to the game, support the record. Because they're giving us exactly what we asked for. And for those who speak about record set, this ain't what this is about. Because Mobb Deep was never going diamond, even in their heyday. But what they will represent is true, authentic hip-hop. And they're going to give you organic singles that shake arenas, auditoriums, intimate settings. Because they make music from the heart. Tell me what you think about Taj Mahal in the comments section. Shout out to Mobb Deep, man. P, Havoc, Alchemist, Eddie Sancho, Steve Scola, who used to mix some of their older records, the whole infamous Mob, the whole Queens. Listen, man, Mass Appeal Records. I like what y'all doing right now. It's your man Ease at the Ease Experience. Go get you a share.
Hey, yo, Ease.